Greeting interwebs, it's Jackie K. Welcome for another edition of Game and Chill. Man, it's been too long since I've done in this format. Didn't think it'd be like 2 months, let alone 1 month since I've done it in general. But I'm trying to get back into doing Game and Chill with a game to chill. As such, I might be a little rusty, but I think you've all heard the song and dance before. Try to get myself into talking. Let me start with what's been going on and let me start with what will be going on this month and go from there. So I've been trying to go for at least 3 videos uploaded a week, and it's been working out pretty well for me, and I feel like I'll be able to continue that into this month as well, with having Paper Mario Randomizer on Wednesdays, Coliseum Randomizer on Fridays, and new to the schedule, I started releasing videos of the mod I made of Golden Sun Dawn of Jin, onto YouTube as well. So that's Monday, Paper Mario's Wednesday, and Coliseum Randomizer is Friday. With Coliseum Randomizer though, I can't promise that it's going to be every day, but I will have video, or every Friday, but there will be a video Friday, because I've definitely recorded and edited enough of Golden Sun Dawn of Jin to make up for things in the mix. Specifically, going into next month, because working on the Coliseum post game has just been a chore, to be perfectly blunt. It's taking a long time to record, it's taking a long while to edit, and it feels like it takes a long time to play for how little you get done. But it'll become more apparent the more we get into those videos, though. But I bring it up because I think going into August, I might add into some days of having Golden Sun Dawn Jin uploads on Friday instead of the Coliseum Randomizer, depending on how my backlog is looking. As for what I've been up to, if you missed the last Game Chill, which, considering that I just talked over some random Paper Mario footage, I wouldn't blame you, I was taking part in a Paper Mario Game Jam for the past couple of months, and in the process, I decided to actually make videos of all the other entries make videos of the mods everyone else created in the Paper Mario Game Jam as well. That reminds me, I recently did a stream covering more of one of the entries because the creator made an updated version of it after. Well, they continue working on it after the Game Jam entries officially ended, and released a version with those updates in mind. And that was a fun time. I just gotta figure out where it's gonna fit on the schedule yet. If you really can't wait, I always try to make VOD highlights of my streams, so you can probably find it on Twitch somewhere, but it'll be up on YouTube eventually. Anything else I really want to talk about before actually playing the game? Because it's been a while, you're probably seeing, as long as I take the time to actually edit it in, I've been having a lot of adventures in Legend of Arceus. If our 2 updated friends are an indication of that in of itself. Let me just hop in. Do I want to do another mass outbreak? I just did one earlier this morning for the fun of it. But maybe Finion, but guess we could at least showcase. I don't know, because single massive outbreaks, I try to be as efficient as I can, so it's kind of hard to squeeze it all in. Maybe just to ease myself into Game Chill, I'll just do a normal outbreak. It'll be easier to commentate over as I get back into the swing of the sourcing. Yeah, June has been a really busy month, and I wasn't thinking it would take this long into July to actually get back into Game and Chill. But I'm not too surprised, because even with June officially being over, you know what, let me mess around with my Pokemon a little bit. Well, because I made a whole big deal in the intro and I didn't actually record that portion, let's meet our new starter friends. Weird. Did they just send the other one back just because of out in space? But yeah, I've been playing around with the research task for our Oshawott and Decidueye friends, and figured it was finally time to evolve them in the process. Granted, that said, there's probably reason to keep them out a little bit more to showcase, because I'm sure even though I got the dex entries, there's still more research to be done with them. Some more than others, I suppose. And I am kind of slowly working on trying to not only complete the Pokedex entries, but master in the process. Maybe my priorities are a little out of order, considering I haven't even caught all the Pokemon yet. Like, I'm still stuck on the whole Genie legendary side quest thing. Maybe we'll get them someday. Anyways, let me at least arrange a party, because I want to get some other faces out on here, especially when I'm trying to do research. Actually, this is probably a good time as any to actually showcase. Ever since the Pokemon Home update came in, I was actually playing around with more Pokemon. A lot of these are like Pokemon that I've had from past playthroughs of other Pokemon games, and because of just how iffy I've been on main series Pokemon for a while, it's nice to actually have a good opportunity to pull some of these out and actually get to play around with them again. It was a magical feeling the first time I did it. So I'll probably get some more out of Pokemon Home sometime in the future and mess around a bit more. Anyways, let me try to recall what I want to talk about as I make my way to that mass outbreak. I'd love to master out Phineas entry, if only to improve shinies on the net. Though I don't know if I've yet to actually got a shiny of a Pokemon that I didn't already have the Pokedex entry for. Oh, there, I was just about to say, hold still, little kitty. Dang it. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. I'm one entry away. Shouldn't be so hard. There. That was the plan all along. To get his attention so I could hit it from the back. Totally my intentions. More importantly, it's a distraction. We're on our way to actually check out that mass outbreak, as underwhelming as it may be in comparison. Hi, little friend. Mind if I sneak up behind you and just boop you in the head real quick? Thanks. Oh, it's a big boy. Jackie K. Let's not do story progress, because otherwise I'll get distracted from talking. Also, Jackie K. Completely derailing the conversation to sneak up on an Alpha Spiel without even trying to use bombs or anything significant, and using Pokeballs when you could easily use something more potent. And it's totally gonna backfire. Hi. You know what? I think you're too underleveled. You think you want to fight me, but you really don't. Come on, friend. Oh. Come on, I don't have time to deal with you, Squirt Ruby. Well, I mean, those were 2 research things I had to do. Really? Another alpha already? I think this is the scripted one, though. Anyways, what I've been up to... Well, the life stuff is still kind of up in the air, so... And there's so much more fun things to talk about, so I'm not even gonna really bother bringing it up now. I have been very busy in the month of June, if you didn't already notice. Like I mentioned earlier, I took part in the Paper Mario Game Jam. So I made my first Paper Mario mod. in that. And made... So I worked on a trailer for that and made videos. That on one hand, it's a little... Okay, I didn't make a video myself, but I have decided to keep working on it after the fact. So I figure, like, there's no point in, like, doing a full playthrough of it now. I figure I at least clean it up. It didn't... Point being, it didn't really feel like there was a reason to showcase the Game Jam version when... I was hoping to get it done this weekend, but things didn't really work out that way, so... Taking like another week or two. But I'm just like trying to take a little bit of a break and catch up on things that I kind of put on the back burner during all the caboozle with the Game Jam. And on top of that, I try to make 2 Golden Sun projects for the anniversary of Lost Age. Only getting one of them done in time for the Lost Age anniversary. But the cool thing is the other one's done now. So there's that. I guess I could talk a little bit about that. The one is an anniversary project of Golden Sun. It's not a very complex Golden Sun Lost Age mod. Barely changed anything about it. But I did want to make a little something. Screw you, Scrooby. As I was saying... There's 2 Golden Sun projects I've really been working on alongside with the Paper Mario mod. First one's like an anniversary edition to Lost Age. I hope I didn't overhype it to be more than it actually was, because it's mostly just Golden Sun to Lost Age with a few minor tweaks. Just a little something to celebrate. I didn't want to do too much because I knew I'd be busy with the Paper Mario mod project. So it's just like a little minor thing with... That's basically Golden Sun to Lost Age with a few quality of life additions. And maybe like a thing or two that just makes it a little interesting. So for one, I like try to implement default synergy on the more party members and just overall make the whole synergy item system not as complex, because just a big problem with Golden Sun as a series is that there's no inventory to really separate your items from your equipment, and you have a limited item space. Like a very limited item space. So I couldn't exactly like get rid of that or let you have unlimited equipment, but what I could do is make synergy items sellable, so you could actually pick... You didn't have to hold on to synergy items that you didn't actually need at the time, and can just sell them off when you don't need them, and rebuy them when you do need them. It's this carryover from Dawn of Jin, but I think it works well for this too. In addition, plus it's a lot... There's also like more synergies that your party members have by default, and let me tell you, that's a lot easier to implement in Lost Age than it is Dawn of Jin. In in Lost Age, the program that lets me mod it actually has features that allow me to specifically add synergy directly onto the party members. Where the only reason I was able to do it for the first Golden Sun was because I basic coded off the Golden Sun 1 randomizer, which already did that stuff for me. So there's all the extra synergy stuff. And honestly, I can't even remember if there's too much more to it than that. Like, I did have in mind, like, add a feature that allowed you to skip the whole Trident Forging quest to try to make it a little tedious, but when I realized how much of the game you skip when you did that, including, like, some plot relevant stuff with Briggs, it didn't really feel right to do that, so I canned that idea at last minute. So, the only other thing that's really significant about it isn't even something that I really did with it. Like, it was a feature that was made by one of the other members of the Golden Sun community, and they made it as a patch that just so happened to work in a way that I could just patch it onto the work that I already did to add even more to the Anniversary Edition. And that would be with the music. Oh, why did I sign up for this? I know how much trying to catch Pokemon on the water sucks, and yet I consciously made the decision to go after this. Great. Also, now that... Since all I know about the genies is that they pop up in certain areas when it's raining, I kind of freak out whenever it's raining subconsciously. You know, I'm half tempted to just try to run off all these Finneons and see if one of them turns into shiny, which actually could probably be a problem if they do, considering how bad I am at freaking catching them. Wow, that was a short outbreak. Definitely worth the entire travel over here for. How did you get Air Gold all the way over there? Well, we haven't used the Decidueye too much. Probably time to bring him out and get a few research tasks done. I would say shoutouts to a particular person in the community, but I can't quite remember who it was. I know it was one of two, and in my head it was just when I was asking the forums about, or the discords and the forums relating to that about it, they're just like, it's fine, just credit the community as a whole, don't really care. And two of the, like in my head, it's like one of two people made it, and both the people replied to that mentioning, yeah, just credit the Discord, just credit the hacking community as a whole, we don't really mind, and basically just boil down to that. Don't mind me, I just wish I could remember more of where the heck the genies were, because with the wind and the rain, it just makes me feel like there's more to it, and also my Pokemon's getting obliterated before I can even attack with it. Fantastic! That's right, you're grass fighting, so I guess it makes sense that would obliterate you. You know what? My fish is better than your fish, and there's nothing you can do about it. It might be twice the size, but I don't care. Mine's still higher level, therefore your size is completely obsolete. Just get in the ball and maybe I won't just send you back home 2 seconds later. Anyways, yeah. So I kind of on one hand felt a bit bad there was more to the mod, but it was supposed to be just a small mod to celebrate the anniversary, and in addition, I was supposed to have the Jenna mod done at the same exact time, so I'd be releasing them both together. So it would kind of wouldn't feel as weird that it was just... It would be like two little mods adding up to the value of one bigger mod. But, oh boy, working in the Jenna mod really just... I was not prepared for just how much of a pain that ended up being. That was just a... Like, getting the sprites to work without messing up anything else was way more of an ordeal than I actually thought it would be. And like, I'm not sure how much of it was the editor and how much of it was just the size of the sprites taking up too much space or something like that. But both those things kind of ended up making things a lot harder than it needed to be. It took me like, I had to like redo it from the beginning about 5 times or so before I got something that sticked. On the bright side, I made backups. Not to say I didn't make backups before, but I only noticed looking back at my backups that my backups were already broken, if you're following what I'm saying. Basically, I had backups, but it turned out it was pointless to make those backups because they were no good to me. But this time I made sure the backups were good before moving onwards. So, if I do want to go back and actually make a version of the Jenna mod that includes the prologue, I can just refer back to an older version. I can refer to a patch I made specifically of the sprites and just work off that. Should save me a lot of heartache in the long run. On second thought, I can catch 7 more Pokemon before leaving. So I talked about the sprites and that. So, like, I'm pretty happy with how the— oh, I didn't realize I was so close to all of those Pokemon. Bye. Do I even want to— I would say, do I even want to bother with the Alpha Starly, but like the whole reason I'm trying to catch all these extra ones is to get a little more money, so let me just— yeah, I gotta actually catch the Pokemon. Also, speaking of gotta catch the Pokemon, I think I still gotta catch a few more of you up in the air. So maybe I'll stop and do that along the way. As you can tell, I've been getting a little more bold, let's say, with Braviary. Had to, like, get used to the speedrun tech, eventually. Yeah, sure, just allow me to catch you even when you're attacking. Leave yourself totally open like that. Ah, dang it, Paris. Oh, that's right, I never picked up the frickin' stash show that I came here for. Guess I'll dodge a couple more Paris. No harm to me. Hi, friend. Oops. Your ability to defy the laws of physics almost got me. Where is that stinking satchel? There it is. Alright, little miners, checking up on things later, and I think we're good to go back out. If I haven't already been recording for half an hour, I would do a massive mass outbreak, but just want a little chit chat time. I have not had too many opportunities to get mischievous. We can check that out while I'm finishing up my thoughts. Speaking of the thoughts, where are they? Hey Lilipom friends. I still gotta hit you with 7 fighting type moves. I don't think I brought any Pokemon that actually have fighting type moves. What am I talking about? I have a fighting type Pokemon right here. And his freaking signature move is fighting type. Goes to show how often I actually use this thing. Sorry friends, this is for science. And like I was saying, last thing I can think of is a Jenna project. I'm not— so it's nice to— it was nice to finish that up, if only just for my own personal enjoyment. But I think enough heart went into it that others can enjoy it as well. And it's a lot more casual of a Golden Sun experience than Dawn of Jin is, so like if you're worried about— if you want to experience something new but was worried about the hard mode being too hard, there is that, I suppose. Yeah, hello, frame rate. Maybe I'll try to grab you real quick. Only I could throw a Pokeball while I'm in the air, which you can't. It holds on to the throwing animation until you hit the ground. Well, I guess of all the environments I could learn that in, there's far worse environments I could have learned that in. Anyways, I'm gonna get this goal back before thinking of it or talking about anything else, because otherwise it's just gonna bother me. Oh, dang it, it was right in front of my face and I missed it. But like that one should have. And the one where it's right in front of my face. Wow, I'm gonna waste all my jet balls on this. And just stay in the freaking Pokeball. I got you. This battle's been won. Well, that's one thing I can get off the checklist. And I'm not sure how much I actually got around to talking about it, but yeah. Like, I guess part of the reason why, even though I thought that I'd be more apt to get back into the whole video swing this month, and I'm not quite there yet, was because I decided to go more full on with the Paper Mario work. Like, I knew I was gonna do more with Sweet Expedition, the thing I actually made for the game Jam. I just realized I never properly name dropped it, so there you go. It's Paper Mario Sweet Expedition. Decided to do more. I knew I was going to do more with it, but maybe I wasn't ready to do more with it right away. Or, like, push to actually get something out with it so soon. So yeah, it's probably... Is that a Charmeleon? No, it's a Lickitung, which... I don't see too many of those. So it's probably just as important for me to go after. I think it's just the lighting, but for some reason the one Mischievous looked a little different from the other ones. Third time's the charm. It's a little... For some reason I'm struggling a little bit to talk about Sweet Expedition because on one hand it's something I knew I was going to spend more time with from the beginning, but just how much I underestimated how much I was, even so I underestimated how much I was actually going to get done with it on the game jam time frame. Not helped by the fact that, like, I made some last minute cuts when I realized that we were shooting to have these to be, like, short hour-long top projects. Because and in hindsight, I kind of regret the decision to... I specifically, like, cut out content that I already made. It was already done, and I removed it just to make it shorter. And honestly, that probably was a mistake, because it kind of, in my opinion, killed the pacing a bit. So I wanted to at least get a version that included that done as soon as possible, because there's also a crash. And which was also another reason that I wanted to have an updated version as soon as possible. Like, even once I get this patch done, there's still a few more things I want to mess around with before taking on new things. But when I don't have the time pressure of knowing that there's a major crash out there, I'll feel more inclined to be able to take my time. That and the proofreading. Like, the writing, I put a lot of time into the writing, but you wouldn't be able to tell that from the way things are spelled. And that's another reason why I wanted to alleviate those issues with a newer but not final version as soon as possible. And I think that's all. I think that's the last major thing. Like, so modding fan game creation wise, mostly gonna be working on that. I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to get back to working on Dawn of Jin version 2. Or if I just want to focus exclusively on the Paper Mario project until I at least get a version out. But overall, like, now that a lot of the major work I wanted to do between the Golden Sun Anniversary and the Paper Mario Game Jam has come to an end, I think I'm going to be taking that a lot more casually than I was before. Like, it's still something I'm going to be working on regularly, but I feel like I won't have to sacrifice as much on the video end. Oh, good thing that there was a spirit here, because I wouldn't say I completely forgot about the Lone Vulpix side quest, but it was not as high of a priority as it should have been. And I never actually found a Vulpix on the times I've casually gone through here, so they really want you to go all your way, apparently. It's unfortunate because unless it's on the way to a mass outbreak, I'm probably not usually too concerned about it. Anyways, well, yeah, we're about at an hour, and I think that's everything I want to talk about. If there's more, I'll just have to bring you up next time. Hopefully we can get back to doing these slightly more frequently than... At least get back to the once a month frequency at the very least. So I've been Jack K, and this has been Game and Chill. Chilling in a relative literal sense right now. I'll see y'all later. Take care.